basil leaf or curry. We call it curry in Africa. In my country, we call it curry leaf. But the real name is basil. Basil, Basil. Basil leaves. So, what is basil leaf? Basil is an herb in the mint family. It adds flavor to meals, and its nutrients may provide health benefits. Sweet basil. The botanical name is Ocimum basilicum. Ocimum basilicum. OCIMUM. Basilicum. 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 It plays a role in many Mediterranean and particularly Italian cuisines. It forms the basis of pesto and adds a distinctive flavor to salads, pasta, pizza, and other dishes. Basil, also called great basil, is a culinary herb of the family. Basil, also called great basil, is a culinary herb of the family Lamiaceae. Mint, bracket mint. It is a tender plant and is used in cuisines worldwide. Basil, also called great basil, is a culinary herb of the family Lamiaceae, like mint. It is a tender plant and is used in cuisines worldwide. Having antioxidants and antibacterial properties, basil helps maintain skin health, boosts digestion, and detoxifies the body. It also helps in the prevention of diseases, as it contains fresh basil contains vitamin A, vitamin K, iron, manganese, calcium, and essential oils. Basil is one of the best-selling herbs. There are some tips on how you could grow and maintain basil plants. You can plant a basil plant in a bottle of water. Just you cut one of the leaf, you cut the stem, then you put it in a bottle of water. It will start, germinating. Then you can transplant it later. You can also plant it on the soil direct by maybe making a bed, then pouring the seed, then it will germinate. You can now transplant it, separate them for them to grow. Water is also very essential for basil plants, so you make sure you always water your plants. Yes, that will make it grow so well. Not too much and not too small. You always, maintain the water. Then you always sunlight is also good for basil. You can have it facing morning sun if it's in the pot, or then and the afternoon shade. Pruning is very important. Pruning in basil, it will help it to grow so much, to be bushy, so you have a lot of leaves. Yeah, if you keep pruning your basil leaves, that will always make it to have more leaves and grow so bushy. You have a whole lot of it, a whole lot of the leaves. So basil leaves does not, growing your basil leaves does not require too much fertilizer. Like me, what I do, I pour house trash, some house trash, like leftover food and fruits and vegetable, those ones that you don't need anymore, that are spoiling, you can pour them at the back of your garden, at your backyard. Then they will decompose, turn to compost manure. Or you can use your grasses. If you cut your grasses, then you can pour your grasses somewhere for it to decompose. Then you now pour the compost manure on the basil leaves. So basil don't need too much fertilizer to do well. Basil does not want frost, so it's too sensitive to cold. So yeah, and it doesn't like too much heat either. So it enjoys in between both. Then when the basil leaves have produce the seed, it comes with flower first, brings out the flowers. Then after that, after pollination and all that, then the flower will turn to seed. Then at a point it will dry. The basil leaves will change colors. It will turn from green, it can change colors to like black and all that. It will become dark, a kind of dark or brown. So then the seeds has matured enough for you to harvest it. So you can then harvest the leaves and preserve them for next planting season. Okay, yeah, so next planting season you can start planting with the seed. Or if you have the ones you planted on the pot, so you can then transfer your basil, the ones on the pot, you can transfer some of them to your garden. Okay, next planting season. Or you plant the seed, you make a bed and plant the seed, then it will germinate while you then transfer it, to separate them from each other. Basil leaves are so good for your cuisine, for culinary. It's good. You add it adds a lot of flavor on our food and all that, guys. So let us know what you think about basil leaves. Do you know what basil leaf is? If you do, how do you prepare your basil leaves, and how do you preserve them? How do you use them to cook? So do you really enjoy basil leaf? Do you like it? Share your thoughts on the comment down below, guys. Tell us what you know about basil leaves. Okay, so what type of food do you use basil leaves to cook? So share your thoughts on the comment section, guys. Me myself, I love adding basil leaf on my African village stew. Stew is sauce that we use to eat rice. Yeah, I love adding basil leaves on my African village stew. It gives it a very nice flavor, guys. You need to eat this African village stew, guys. One day I'm gonna make the African village stew. Then you will see how I use basil leaf to make my African village stew, guys. You will love it so much. It's so delicious, so nice, guys. Like it. Guys, if you have used basil leaf on your stew, on your rice sauce, put your comment down. Tell us your own thoughts. Share your thoughts on how you use basil leaf, guys. We call it curry in my village, okay? My village in Africa, we call basil leaf, we call it curry. Yeah, that's what we call it. So, but here the right name is basil leaves. So the way I preserve my basil leaves is when I harvest it, then I have to air dry it. I have to air dry it in room temperature. Then it will dry and it will still remain somehow partial green in color, greenish in color. Not too green, but partially green. Okay, yes. Then I will now put it in the fridge or freezer, whichever one you want to put it. You can equally leave it, just put it in a ziploc and keep it in a room temperature. Hence, you have air dry it and it's well dried. It will not spoil. Okay, so you can preserve it in your fridge or your freezer, or you can leave it under room temperature and it will stay till the next season when you will. In fact, it will stay till when you want to use it. Okay, yeah, so that is how I preserve my leftover basil leaves. Yes, if I didn't finish cooking my basil leaves, so the remaining I will save it, preserve it, put it air dry in the room. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I do. That is how I preserve my basil leaf. Guys, tell us, share your own thoughts, how you preserve your basil leaves, how you preserve the excess, how you preserve the leftover, the one that you did not use. How do you preserve it? So share your thoughts on the comment section below, guys. Yeah, guys, looking at the basil leaves, you will see a lot of bees. A lot of bees and other insects and some butterflies, flying about the flowers on this basil leaf. A lot of bees, especially bees. Guys, that is what we call pollination, right? So these bees flying about are trying to pollinate the flowers so that the basil can bear leaves. So that brings us to pollination. So what is pollination? Pollination process occurs when pollen grains from the male part of one flower like anther, anther, are transferred to the female part called the stigma of another flower. Once pollination occurs, the fertilized flowers produce seeds, which enable the associated plants to reproduce and or form fruit. So without pollination, the fruit will not bear seed. The plant will not bear fruit. So it's due to the process of pollination that the flowers will be pollinated so that it will bear fruit. Or seed, so that it will bear seeds. So there are two types of pollination. The two types of pollination found in flowering plants are self-pollination. That occurs within the same plant. Then there is a cross-pollination, which occurs between two flowers of two different plants, but of the same kind. Guys, you can relate, right? You can relate. So we are not going deep on pollination because that's not what we are talking about. So I'm just, bringing it here because of a lot of bees flying about on the plants, flying about, perching here and there on the flowers on this basil plant. So that's why I just say let me mention pollination, because that is what I think that is going on there. A whole lot of bees are flying, perching all over the flowering plant, flowering basil plant. So that's why I just say let me just remind us a little bit about pollination, which is what is happening there right now. So share your thoughts, guys, what you think about this. Tell us what you think, guys. Tell us what you think the bees there are doing. Share your own thoughts and your opinion, guys, on the comment section below. Basil leaves. We are talking about basil leaves. Basil leaves. That is curry leaf. We call it curry leaf in my village. Guys, this is where I will draw the curtain for today. If you are yet to subscribe, guys, hit the red button to subscribe to join African Lioness TV's family. Like and share the video and make it go viral. Don't forget to click on the bell notification icon so that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first person to get notified. See you guys in the next one. Guys, tell us what you would like to watch next. Put down your comment and tell us what you want to watch next so that we bring it on the table. So see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.